Good morning.
Good morning, my friends. Today is indeed a good day. I can love you and be your friend, even if we think differently, believe differently, act differently, look different, or come from different places in life. You are welcome here. With that in mind, let's get our day started together. Let's slow down together each morning to contemplate valuable precepts and how we might apply these in our thoughts, words, and actions today, and how they might grow into practices, habits, and even ways of life, so that our life's example is rooted firmly in core values that are a benefit to ourselves and to all around us. Good morning, my friends. Hope everyone is doing well today. It's been a while since we did this, so we'll see how it goes. Don't know if I'll have any technical difficulties, but I'm trying to get back to the little steps each day that help me get a little closer to my goals. So this morning, I'm focusing on the precept of hospitality. Now, I have to admit, this is one of the hardest precepts for me. It doesn't come as naturally. This takes a lot of work for me. This is a very humbling precept because I see repeatedly that I fail in this precept. The thing is, we shouldn't just work at or focus on the things that we're strong in. We definitely need to focus on those because those are the things that are going to take us very far in a lot of our success. But we need to wear off the rough edges. We need to work on those things that are weaknesses as well. So for me, hospitality. And when I say hospitality, a lot of business folks will say, you may think of the business side of hospitality, right? You may think of traveling and entertainment and food and drinks and accommodations and restaurants and those types of things. But at its core, hospitality is about building a relationship with your guests. That could be visitors, that could be strangers, but it's the people that you're receiving into your life and how they are treated. Hospitality has a golden rule, like in the hospitality business. You've heard of the golden rule in the Bible. This is similar, but it has a little bit of a twist. The golden rule of hospitality is do unto others as you believe they would want done unto them. So, if we take our perspective and we put ourselves in someone else's shoes and we say, well, what would they want? What would bring a bright light into their day? How could I bring a smile? How could I bring value to their life instead of just being introspective and just saying, well, how can I get the greatest value out of today? If we instead look around us, see someone who's struggling, and ask ourselves, what would they want? What would be a treasure to them? What would be a blessing to them? There's all of these words for if we are being selfless in our acts towards others. This is what hospitality centers around. If you look at hiring in the hospitality profession, the types of things that they look for in their employees are things like knowing about the area, being empathetic, listening very well, communicating clearly, being energetic, just having that ability to get a smile, get a laugh, get a reaction out of the other side of the interaction. Most people in hospitality need to be calm and composed because you're not always dealing with someone who's trying to be hospitable to you in return. In life, we see this as true. My daughter is in middle school, and obviously, we never have the whole picture. We only hear one side of the equation, but it seems that there is a lot of drama and a lot of name calling and a lot of all kinds of crazy stuff between girls of the middle school age. And even when my daughter faces these things aimed at her, we try and train her in this mindset of being calm and composed. You don't have to react. In fact, sometimes people are acting the way they are to get a reaction from you and to then try and play victim. So there are these skills that not letting what's in front of you sway and steal from your own integrity and character, right? A hospitality professional knows that regardless of what they face in front of them, their approach should be in a productive way. That is what hospitality is looking for. So I ask myself, and like I said, I'm not good at hospitality. I struggle in this. I really have to intentionally work on this. I have people that I have forgotten their names probably 5 times in person, and I still struggle with their names. That is not good hospitality. I have challenges in wanting to sort of interact. My default is either I'm completely turned on and I'm in entertainment mode and salesperson mode, or I am reserved and I just want to be in my hole and working on my task and tunnel laser focus, and the world doesn't even exist around me. So hospitality is a struggle for me, but that's why when we have these areas, we need to be honest with ourselves about where we are and just try and make one step closer each day. So I tell myself, what can I do to show hospitality today? We can welcome the people we meet as we walk through our day, as we join meetings. Have your video on. Make eye contact as much as you can. When you're in the office, greet people verbally. Speak to them. Sometimes this is a shock to people. They're not used to it, especially in the time of pandemic when we're all hidden in our houses. Make others feel important. This is the one that I mess up on. Learn and call people by name. I struggle with this horribly. I have had to ask other people repeatedly, what is his name again? I have a block. I know this, but that means I need to work on it. Because you never know when that might uplift or that might hurt someone that you called them by the wrong name yet again. Prepare an inviting environment. I think about meetings where people are conscious enough to realize that there's people joining the meeting that may not know each other yet. And they open up a moment. A lot of times you encourage people to join the meeting early, right? And in that 5 minutes before the meeting, you can say, hey, Tom, how are you doing? Hey, have you met Jim, right? Or Jill or Julie. And you can start that, preparing that inviting environment before the meeting begins. I love people who are good at that, making the introductions. I struggle with that because I struggle with names. So I try, but I am not great at this. Share what I have freely. Now that means not just things, but knowledge. In the business world, siloing knowledge and being the only one that knows something is not job security. That's a business risk. So share what you have freely. Honestly, if you're the only guy that can do your job, you're never gonna You're never going to move anywhere. You're never going to get promoted because you have not trained up a successor. You have not been mentoring someone to be able to fill your slot so that you're flexible enough to move into other areas. And then do not expect anything in return. This is key. If we're doing these things to get, we're just manipulating. And people are not stupid. People can see agendas. They can see, people are smart. They can see you moving across the board, and they can tell what you're doing. Now, if you're saying, look, I want to be more hospitable. I want to bring more value. I want to bring more joy and life into other people's day. That's a different perspective. That's what we're looking for with hospitality. This morning, that is my challenge to myself. I hope that I can do this a little bit better today than I did it yesterday, and take one step closer. I have to tell you that success is not arriving. Success is constantly reaching. Deciding that you will never give up, that you will always reach to be just another step closer. This is success. It's not a position of standing. It's a movement. So I love you, my friends. I hope you have a wonderful, terrific Thursday. If you want to talk about any of these things and go deeper in them, reach out to me. I love your comments. I love your feedback. And I love the time that we get to spend together, digging a little deeper into these precepts. Have a wonderful day, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, yeah. Good morning. It's a new day. Today's a new day. So give him praise.